Hey, how's it going, y'all? It is Saturday. Today we are gonna get outside. We're gonna do a little bit of running around. Legs are going to feel like bags of bricks at some point. Just giving you a heads up on that right now before we get into it. But the warm up, you're gonna go for a run to get warmed up, 3 to 4 minutes, right? Consistent movement. If you gotta stop and walk a little bit, jog a little bit, run a bit, but just try to keep yourself moving for the 3 to 4 total minutes. When you're done with that bit, come on in and you're gonna get a little time to stretch, right? Take as much time as you need here. Stretch is needed basically. Calves, hamstrings, quads, hips, right? So hitting all your parts. Calves, you can just press up against something, driving that heel down in the back. You can also bend the knee just a little bit and put the stretch a little bit more into the Achilles. Hamstring stretch, right? Good basic stretch, just hanging on down, stretching out the hamstrings. If you want to get a little creative with it, right? Leg over, keep that back leg straight, get a little bit more stretch out in the side of the glute. Boom, right? Getting both sides. Little quad stretch, hold on to something or balance yourself, right? A little old school quad stretch here. Get the hips moving a little bit. You can do those invisible hurdles. You can also just come on down into a squat and hold here, kind of press the knees out side to side, in and out, moving around. Right, a little wide stance here, put the elbows into the knees, dropping the hips around, anything to kind of get some kinks out, moving around. Now, once you're done stretching, what the workout is today is you're gonna start with a 1-minute wall sit. This can be done, of course, against a wall. It can also be done against a tree, right? If you just decide to go do this outside of the park somewhere, all you need is a solid surface to lean up against. So you can do 1-minute wall sit. So you're gonna come on down, get your feet so they're basically shoulder width apart. We're gonna sit. We want our knees to be right on top of the ankles. We want our hips to be in line with the knees. And we're gonna sit in this position here for a minute, trying to not put the hands on the knees, trying to not lean forward here as much as possible, right? So sitting here for a minute. If you do need to rock forward for a few seconds, and then try to get right back to that sit, right? Find your happy place. Now, when you get up out of this, legs are gonna be stiff. So the first little bit of that run is gonna be a little awkward, but it will get better. If you have a distance set to where you know you can go out and run 400 meters, then it's a 400-meter run. If you're not really sure on distance, then go and run for 2 minutes, right? Run a minute out, run a minute back. Keep an eye on what that turnaround point is, because then on your next runs, just run there and come back, instead of having to constantly keep track of the watch. You'll come back, you're gonna do a 1-minute wall sit. You're gonna go back and run again, come back, and now you got 30 air squats. So legs are gonna feel a little heavy at this point. That's all right. You're gonna get a chance to move some blood through those legs. We're bringing those hips down below the tops of the knees, and then coming back up to that full extension. So 30 total squats, out for a run, 30 air squats, out for a run, and then you're done, right? So your goal with this one is try to keep a pretty good pace on those runs. Push the runs a little bit as you can. The only thing that is going to be really time dependent on you is getting those wall sits. So make sure that you've got either your phone where you can see with the timer going, you've got a watch on to track that. Again, too, if you don't know your 400-meter run mark, then the 2-minute run definitely going to help to have a watch with you or take your phone with you to figure out where that's going to be. Or when you're doing your warm-up, when you run from the spot that you're going to do your work at, run out, and at the 1-minute mark, look at the ground, make a mark around you, take a visual, kind of remember landscape-wise around you where that is, so you know an object to run to and come back, and you don't really have to think about it as much during the workout. Right? So you're looking for total time here as your score, and let us know. RX would be that you did not need to break up the wall sit at all, and that you got good range of motion in all your squats. Cool. Have fun, y'all.